Hi everybody, welcome to my tropical paradise in Staten Island, New York. I'm Alex, this is my parents' yard. I'm in my 30s. These plants have been with me since I was in high school. And the reason why they're still alive is because I bring them into the house every single winter. So this is the last time you're gonna see these plants outside. They're starting to go in now, and I'm gonna tell you, when is it time to bring these plants inside? What am I bringing in? Because unfortunately, today I'm gonna decide their fate. Some of these plants have to stay outside and they're just going to become compost and mulch. I just can't bring everything in. Some plants I might even experiment with, so stay tuned. But gardening does not stop. We are just getting started because I've got to care for them inside the house, and I have some tropical plants that stay outside all year long, like my windmill palms that have been out here since my freshman year of high school. They're literally, I don't know, they've got to be like 20 years old at this point. So I can't do math in my head, but I can do some weather math for you. That is when I tell you what temperature these plants can handle. I'm going to tell it to you in Fahrenheit because I know a lot of us watching are from the United States. However, the bottom of this video, I will talk in Celsius as well because I am a meteorologist, and us scientists, even here in the United States, use Celsius, not Fahrenheit. That is the science metric of units. It makes more sense. But for the purpose of this video, bottle palms, Christmas palms, these true tropical lovers, they will start to decline when we do not have 70-degree days anymore. And we might still get into the 70s a few more times before winter. Today is in the 70s. It is so warm. It's actually legitimately warm outside today. It's middle of October. But these days are becoming fewer and farther in between, so I think it's worth just bringing these plants inside now. They can still survive outside a little bit longer, but why push it? I have the day off, let me just bring them in. That's one way that I bring them in. It just is timing wise. I like to bring them in when I have enough time to like relax and do it. So, but as far as temperatures go, you can push some of these plants a lot longer in outside. So, this tea plant, for example, is pretty cold tolerant when it comes to the actual temperature of your high. Like 50s are fine for this plant. It will not die if temperatures are in the 50s. It won't even decline. When it will start to suffer is if you get any frost or any freezes. So these will go inside when I'm forecasting temperatures that drop, probably like 39, 38 at my parents' house. Now I am a meteorologist, so there is a little bit more to forecasting than just looking at the weather app on your phone. So, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you wait until it's 39 or 38 degrees because there's so many nuances about temperature. So, for example, when the skies are clear and there's no wind, your temperature in your backyard could range by more than 10 degrees. There could be pockets like your grass that drop down to 28, but the air temperature above your grass might be 35, 36. You understand what I'm saying? So that happens a lot on cold, clear nights. So for my gardeners out there, when you're listening to your local meteorologist too, pay attention to the sky conditions, pay attention to the wind. If the skies are clear and the winds are calm, those cooler pockets in your yard are going to get frost. And frost is not the problem for plants. It's a symptom of the problem. You can get freeze damage without seeing frost. Frost only happens when the conditions are really calm and there's moisture because that allows the crystals to form. But if it's 30 degrees and windy, then that's going to do a lot more damage for your plants, and you probably won't see any frost at all on your plants. So that happens too. There's just so much nuance to it. And part of the reason why I love gardening so much is because I'm a meteorologist. I love them both like my whole entire life. But I was always so fascinated about how plants react to weather. And there's just so much about it. So anyway, the true tropical plants like these two palm trees have to go inside today. My ficus, this fiddle leaf fig, these really do prefer temperatures to be on the warmer side, although they do fantastic in like San Diego, where temperatures can be in the 50s during the afternoon during the coldest time of the year, and they do fine. Same for Vishiflera. So these plants can handle colder days, but they do great inside the house, so why not just bring them inside? So these will go inside today. There are a lot of plants that I'm going to leave outside for a little longer. My cordyline, these tea plants, I want to push them until, like I said, it's in the upper 30s out, because they need as much sunshine as they can get, and I am always fighting mealybugs, and mealybugs are these like cottony looking things that will unfortunately prey on your plants. They're going to suck all the sap off of them, and we don't want that. Also, my plumeria are still blooming beautifully out here, and these are supposed to go dormant during the autumn time, and they are full of leaves. They really haven't dropped any leaves yet, so I'm going to leave my plumeria outside a little bit longer as well, because the plumeria go to sleep. They are not houseplants for me. I want them to go to bed. And the reason why is because they really, when they're actively growing, they need a lot of sunlight, or else they're just not going to grow properly. So it's very important to me that they get their winter rest inside the house. So I'm going to keep these outside a little bit longer. You are starting to actually see them get ready to go to sleep. In the tropics, this will happen during the dry season. So we're going to keep these nice and dry. And you can tell they're going to sleep, because usually if you were to pull a leaf off of a plant that's actively growing, it would be bleeding sap left and right. This white latex comes off of plants like plumeria. There is no white latex on this anymore. And if you look at where I just took the leaf from, absolutely none. So this leaf is just about ready to go. This one might be as well. This one probably does. See, look, this is still going to bleed. Do you see that? Not as much, though, as it would when it's actively growing. When it's actively growing, it'll just bleed all over the place. And we do still have some flowers on it, so I'm going to let it do its thing. Smells so beautiful. Even though the flowers aren't as like fantastic as they are during the summer, still smells just as good. Okay, here's a view of the yard. Let's count how many plants I'm bringing in. Today, I'm going to be bringing in not as many, because again, I'm leaving out all the plumerias for a little bit longer. And also, before I count my plants, the bananas are going to go in the garage. My potted canna plants are going to go in the garage. This beautiful Cussonia, I think is how you say the botanical name. Look up Cabbage Tree. It's native to Africa. What a stunner. This plant can handle some serious cold. I leave it out even in freezing temperatures. It is green and it is beautiful. I'll bring it into the garage when temperatures are dropping down to about like 32 or so, but it can handle days in the 40s during the winter time. It is a really hardy, beautiful evergreen plant. And if you live in a Mediterranean climate, I hope you're growing this one for me outside in the ground, because I think it's stunning. So that's going to go in the garage. And the hibiscus, I might keep outside a little bit longer for these hibiscus, because we do have some beautiful blooms. I don't know, maybe I'll take them in today. I'll see. The aloe can definitely stay outside a bit longer. Aloe I have kept out in freezing temperatures. They are hardy plants. But again, you know, freezing and wet is very different than freezing and dry. And I'll bring them in soon. So I do love my little aloe plants. I say little, but they're huge. They bloom on and off all the time, by the way. So they'll bloom when I bring them inside the house, because they'll think it's spring for sure. Okay, let's talk. What plants am I saving? What plants am I not saving? I'm going to reset the video. Boop, 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 boop. Edit. Sexy edit time. I'm just kidding. There's not going to be a sexy edit. Plants that are going in the house. We have my beautiful silver diamond cordyline fruitosia. These are tea plants. I got these from Home Depot for $10 3 years ago, but I like them, so they're going inside. So that's 2 plants. I love these hibiscus. The flowers are so big and so beautiful. So that's 4 plants right there. I'm going to bring in this begonia. This begonia, a dormant variety. Absolutely beautiful canes on it. Look at these canes. So this will go inside the house. It is a great house plant. It's almost lost its leaves for every year, but it comes back beautifully. So that's 5 plants. This huge Vishiflera, it just keeps on going and going. It's way taller than you think it is. Like, it's hiding in between this bush. This is an amazing house plant, by the way, all year round. This is 6. This is going inside. 7, my philodendron. This will stay outside for a bit longer, though. This can handle colder temperatures, so I will not bring this inside until we start getting our nights in the lower 30s. I just don't have the time to bring everything in today. And also, when you bring these inside, Mother Nature stops taking care of them. I think that's the biggest issue for me, is that Mother Nature stops taking care of the plants, and it makes it a lot harder, as far as maintenance, because you need to now water them, you need to watch for bugs. There's so much you need to do. I don't have to do any of that when they're outside. So right now we're at 7 plants. We're at 7 because I counted the begonia. This is a Chamaedorea microspotics. I'm not taking care of these plants. Mostly my mom is, and this needs some fertilizer. Look at how light these green leaves are. They're very light. So I'm going to have to fertilize this one pretty well. This will actually go inside the house, but I could put it in the garage too. This will stay out till at least Thanksgiving. This is going to go in today. We've got some funky leaves on it. Not loving the way that this fiddle leaf is looking. I think I need to pump some fertilizer into it. We'll see. This is going to be, I'm going to count this as 8 now. We have this beautiful Yucca Gigantea. It is gigantic, by the way. Look at this. This, I don't know if I'm going to put it in the garage or in the house this year. I might put it in the house this year. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do. But it's going to stay outside until at least Thanksgiving. This is going to be, I'm not going to count that one. So I think we're at 8 right now. My Mediterranean fan palm goes into the garage, so I won't count that. These elephant ears go into the garage, so I won't count that. We're at 8 right now. 9, 10, 11. We've got the pineapple, and we've got the aloe plant going into the house. 12 for the huge Christmas palm. Wait till you see this inside the house. 13 and 14 for my black night tea plants. I love these guys. This is going to be 15. My bottle palm. Look at the size of this trunk. I'm talking about sexy camera edits, but how about this one? Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I have to recount how many plants I have. I already forgot. Okay, 15 so far. These plants are big, so listen, and they're about to be a lot more. 16 for my huge hibiscus. The oleander goes into the garage, so we're still at 16. 17, 18. We've got 2 plumeria over here. Unfortunately, this mandevilla is going to just die outside. It's not worth bringing in. It's cheap enough to repurchase, although I am going to miss these. I love these guys. I can't wait to rebuy those. So we're at 17. This huge rubber tree that I have had since high school is going to go inside. It is so much bigger than it looks, guys. I promise. It was absolutely gigantic. This is 18, I believe, if I'm keeping count correctly. This Dieffenbachia is number 19. This one's going inside too, and super easy houseplant. So kind of excited about that. I do think the Monstera behind it, I might just let die. Very easy enough to replace, and I just don't have the room. So we'll probably keep this at 18. I have this nice tiny plumeria. Again, these go dormant during the winter, so it's super easy. This one is going to be 19. This big guy does not go dormant during the winter because I can't keep it dormant. It has to go by a skylight, and the skylight gives it enough sunshine, so it does end up just sort of producing lots of flowers inside the house, and it's huge. It's my biggest plant. This is number 20. I do have lots of tiny plants too that I'm going to bring in, but I am not counting these because I could just stuff them anywhere. 21, by the way, for the Plumeria Divine. And don't worry about these beautiful, beautiful ginger. They will be very happy inside the garage. They go dormant during the winter as well, and they smell amazing. I'm actually a little congested, and I still smell it. This is going to go in the garage, so doesn't count. This is going into the house. So we are at 21 and 22, I believe, right now. I'm not going to let this hibiscus survive. Unfortunately, I don't have the room. This beautiful banana is going to go into the garage. 23, 24. We have 2 plumeria out here. And again, not going to count the small plants, but I do have a jade over here that's doing really well. I don't know. Maybe I will bring the Monstera inside. Look at how big it got this year. I don't know, guys. What should I do? Let me know in the comments, because even if I don't bring it in today, maybe I can still bring it in the next time I come next week, because we're not going to get a freeze until November at the earliest. It looks like early November. And then this is going to go inside. These are awesome house plants. This is a Dracenia marginata, also known as, I don't know, what's the common name for this? Sometimes I just don't know the Latin. You let me know what you guys call this. Some people just call them a palm tree, but they're not. It's a Dracenia marginata. I I'm sorry, I don't remember what the common name is. That's probably a first that I can remember for Latin and not the common. This is gonna go inside the house. These are 2 more plants. So we're at about 2 dozen plants right now. So 2 dozen large plants at my parents' house. This is easy sauce for me. Oh my God, I just got bit by a mosquito. This is ridiculous. Do you see that? Go away, mosquitoes. Nobody wants you. It's warm, but it's middle of the day and it's not that warm out. Another thing I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to repot these beautiful mandevillas. It's called Bluephoria, and I'm just loving them. This is the first year that they've been available, so I'm going to dig them up and I'm going to bring these into the house too, because I think that they are just so unusual, and maybe I'll just get some flowers during the winter time inside the house from them. That would be really cool, right? So we're at about 2 dozen plants. Not too bad. They're all really big. That's the only thing about the plants at my parents' house. But compared to how many I have at my house, this is not too bad. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned because I'm gonna share lots of videos of me actually bringing these plants inside. And we have a little new guest in the house, Lenny. She's not really a guest. She's kind of... Oh, wait, I forgot about this. So I do have a couple more plants I didn't count. I have a couple more plumeria, but I did not count. But anyway, Lenny, the dog, is not a plant puppy. She likes her space. So we're going to see what Lenny thinks of these plants. I'm a little nervous, but for now, I'll let you go. Bye.